They say college funds are for the future, but what do you do when that future disappears overnight? I somehow ended up with a son who made everyone, myself included, wonder if he was really mine. He was sharp, thoughtful, always a few steps ahead of everyone else. I used to joke about needing a paternity test, because no way had I produced a kid that brilliant. Maybe that's part of why his mother, Erica, walked out when he was 12. She remarried a couple of years later, and eventually I did too. Things stayed steady in my life as long as I kept my focus on him. I set up an education fund for him, government-backed, carefully managed. Told him he didn't have to use it if he didn't want to. Once he asked what I'd do with the money if he skipped college. I laughed and told him I'd probably go drink it away across Europe, track down some monastery beer I'd read about. Apparently, monks in Belgium brew it to keep their abbeys running, and I always wanted to try it. He eventually got accepted into Lennox University in Quebec, and we were both proud. But just weeks after the letter came, a drunk driver made sure he'd never get there. I didn't think about the college fund again until after the funeral. Erica showed up and asked if her new husband's son, my son's stepbrother, could use the money instead. She said that's what our son would have wanted. I thought about it for a few seconds. Then I said no. I told her there were bottles of beer with my name on them, brewed by monks in some old stone monastery across the Atlantic, and I had made a promise to my son to drink them dry if the money ever went unused. She called me selfish, said I was wasting it, that our son would have wanted to help, but deep down I know he wouldn't have cared. He would have just smirked and told me to go for it. So I did. Turns out monk beer really is as good as they say. I just wish I wasn't drinking it alone.